comparison video, but there are three numbers that really stick out between the Silverado EV work truck and the Silverado EV RST. And those numbers are, let me start with the small one and work my way up, about $79,000 for the work truck, about $105,000 for the RST, and get this, 450 miles of range. Isn't that right, Andre?
2024 Chevy Silverado EV.
Work truck without launch control. Perfect level of speed for this.
Horsepower and torque.
510 horsepower, 615 pound-feet of torque in normal mode from an undisclosed battery size and 2 electric motors.
What do you mean undisclosed battery size?
GM is not officially disclosing what the number is, but kind of unofficially, it's probably just the Hummer EV battery, which is...
Yes, well, this is a frunk.
Okay, sorry, under the frunk.
It's no longer the hood, and I have it open here. So this is a work truck. This is the fanciest work truck in their lineup, and this is the one they're starting with. And the frunk is about 10.7 cubic feet of overall volume. That number is okay, but it's less than the 14 cubic feet that you can get in the F-150 Lightning Pro, which is what this competes against, right?
Yeah, dramatically. Look at the size of those bad boys. Oh my goodness.
Look at me for a comparison.
Yeah.
This is a 24 Roman, 275, 50 R24. And look at the profile here. I mean, the profile is pretty skinny, but this is what a fancier truck looks like.
You can tow a lot as well, 10,000 pounds.
That's why you saw us towing that John Deere trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, that trailer with the John Deere on it.
So we towed about an 8,000-ish pound trailer with a John Deere tractor on it. Shout out John Deere, love my John Deeres. And it was actually pretty flawless. Like, we had no issues with it.
Trailer, it automatically goes to tow haul mode, or you can press tow haul mode, which drops down your range in the screen. Very funny, number by number to halfway to start off.
Yeah, so even if your start off point is 350 miles, from 100, like, you're still getting a lot of towing capabilities with that. So all the haters on the Ford F-150 Lightning and Tyler Hoover's videos and stuff that have stirred up the internet and stuff, this truck kind of solves that and kind of gives you like gas-ish range.
And the range that it shows will auto adjust. So it'll see by how you're driving and like how much weight is being towed. Like it can kind of detect and automatically adjust a more realistic range. So what you like put right away is not exactly what it's going to be.
It's massive, right?
It's very long.
It's very long, but actually it's deceiving. I think your eye is playing tricks on you because the wheelbase from the very front axle line to the very back axle line is about the same as a standard Silverado. It's about 145 inches.
Andre, those doors just look enormous.
Well, yeah, look, I'm almost 6'3". This door just looks insanely big, and it is big.
Some folks are going to be upset by the fact that this is a unibody truck. Now, GM wants to dispute that. They say it's a body-on-frame battery blend thing. There are only two categories. Either you have a separate frame or you don't, and this does not. But that's actually an advantage to the Silverado EV. The battery is actually located back here, down here rather, in this black area just below the front door and the rear door area. And this gives us a really low step-in height. So if you come in close, you'll notice that back here in the rear, you actually aren't hopping up quite as much as you would in perhaps a regular Silverado 1500 because of the way this vehicle has been packaged. So there are certainly some advantages to the electric drivetrain.
One huge difference between these two, and that is not just the RST, but that is this light bar. So when this is on, this light bar lights up and gives you kind of much more of a, shall we say, illuminated future vibe to it.
It's a nice design element, I think. These are your main headlamps down below. And the RST has a big mouth. I think the grille is opened up a little bit there.
Yeah, I agree. It's much more purposeful, whereas this is much more utilitarian.
You can fit 4 adults in the back super comfortably, like, I mean 5 adults, like very, very, very comfortably.
Yes, your entire work crew will be very satisfied in here.
Okay, and then this version, the back does not fold down so you can extend the bed, but in the RST version we saw, you could, which is cool, like an Avalanche or whatever it was.
And then you can also get the cool tailgate, which has like the multifunction, whatever that's called, pro
The step and all that stuff.
Yeah, pro
But we do
tailgate.
not have that on the work truck.
Correct.
And then I've seen some work trucks with no bed liner, which is cool, but I would prefer to always have a bed liner because I'd be scared of scratching paint.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of bed liners and liners and stuff, in here we don't have any carpets.
Yeah, it's just rubber liner on top of the bare metal.
So you'll probably want.
And even for now, this is the normal plug that we've had on like every electric car.
Yes.
But then they announced recently, everyone did, that they're hopping on the Tesla bandwagon and using their plug. So I think by 2025, you're going to have a different plug on your Silverado EV.
Yes, and Ford is also going to that. Hyundai, Kia is evaluating. Every company is now basically going to go to Tesla standard, which is great for charging. And this can charge up to 350 kilowatts, which is pretty quick. But as we know with our experiences at most charging stations that aren't Teslas, you don't really get that power.
And before I drive, we need to find out one important thing.
What's up?
Can it charge itself like the F-150 Lightning? Can you charge the Silverado from the Silverado?
And we are plugged. Aha!
It'll be ready by 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, and today is Wednesday.
Yeah. So, confirmed unlimited electric power.
Right. So this is a pre-production truck. Do you want to sneak in here?
Yeah, sure.
So show this portion.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
So the whole thing, it's a 60-40 split. So a person could sit here.
Hold this, would you?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm 4 different ways, but look at this.
Are you laying down?
Yeah. Pretend I'm a 2x4.
Or 2x6?
Yeah, it's a midgate. This is kind of like the Avalanche, if you know.
Right.
Your old GM trucks, right?
So, and technically, you see these latches in the ceiling?
Yeah.
You can remove this glass too.
Nice.
So you can kind of remove and open this up.
So you get a lot more space, basically, right?
But Roman, let me try to operate it.
In the work truck as well.
Yeah, why not? Why not have this?
So I get that they're decontenting that truck.
Yeah.
Because it's a work truck, but this is like work truck stuff.
Yes. I would prefer, maybe eventually they'll have a couple of these options, the mid-gate and the multi-pro tailgate on the work version
You
as
got a
well.
little cubby hole as well, Andre, there.
Oh, the cubby hole and the power. That's really good. I mean, really Ford kind of started that with the F-150 hybrid, and now the Pro fence.
Amenities.
Whoa.
Oh, much nicer materials, more interesting color palette, certainly, leather versus vinyl. Silverado first edition.
Yes.
Yes, so if you gotta be first.
So this is built in Michigan at the Factory Zero, they call it.
Yeah.
Right, in Hamtramck.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about power. So the work truck, about 500 horsepower.
About 510-ish.
Yeah.
This is way more. Oh, this is 86. Look at this. 86, it showed me, percent charge, 355 miles.
And we don't have the key to this because
No, this is a pre-production truck.
right, we're officially not supposed to be showing you this, but we are because that's how we roll. Thank you, Chevy. Don't get mad at us.
Yes. So, but once again, so this is more power, about 775 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah. So what that one's about 5.6, 5.7.
0 to 60?
Yeah, according to GM.
This is like 4,
yeah,
low 4s.
And the Hummer EV is like 3.3. It's crazy.
Oh, look, we have wireless charging,
Nice.
ports,
Nice.
large screens that are integrated together, heads-up display, panoramic roof.
Yeah. Wow. That is really nice. And of course, the other one doesn't have things like powered electric seats, which this has. Let me show you. And of course, lumbar support, which the work truck doesn't have either, which would be a deal breaker for me. But here you have it, full electricity on the seat.
And this big fat steering wheel, sorry I can't turn it, and also Super Cruise.
Yeah, you can't get Super Cruise in the work truck.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Even though you can get brake controller, trailer brake controller, and other things.
So it's absolutely gorgeous, Andre, but $105,000.
Oh, we forgot to
Ish.
say, this is has air suspension
Uh-huh.
and four-wheel steering.
Yeah. So, now you got to play the game. So let's say that one's 80, right? So $25,000 difference before tax. Is it worth air suspension and four-wheel steering and nice interior and Super Cruise and...
But then
This
it's
is cool because it reminds me of the Hummer.
Yeah.
I think the RSTs look cooler than any Lightnings currently do.
I just don't want to worry about range, and I literally haven't worried about range in 2 days in this thing.
Yeah.
Like, not once.
Yeah, I guess you're, yeah.
A part of that reason is I don't actually know what my battery percentage ever is accurately. I have a general idea of where it is.
Yeah, it doesn't show you until you shut off the car, but
you always know how much range you have and like distance wise. So I mean, yeah, range wise, like this.
are we gonna vote for range?
What do you mean?
Like pick this over the Lightning because of range?
I am.
All right, I'll agree with you.
Section. I am a little bit torn. I like the way that it tows, I like the way that it drives, but it is fantastically expensive for a work truck. $105,000 is fantastically expensive for any truck. So this is really going to be topping the limits of what trucks cost. On the other hand, it's the only truck that will give you 450 miles of range, and in real world driving, solid 400 miles of range is absolutely possible.